They wanted to play games. They wanted to push boundaries and mess with things they didn't understand. Now, they've unleashed something they can't control. The monster is awake, and it's hungry. They must be proud of what they've created. They think they're clever, don't they? Whispering behind closed doors, scheming in the shadows, thinking their little plans could hold me down. They started building their walls, stacking them higher and higher, thinking they could trap me in their web of lies. They wrapped me in chains and thought I wouldn't notice. But I felt the weight. I heard the snap when everything inside me broke. They expected me to crumble, to kneel, to beg like some wounded dog. They couldn't have been more wrong. They don't know me. I'm not like them. I don't play by their rules. I don't wait for scraps at their table or bend for their approval. I never did, and that's what scared them. They saw the fire in my eyes and tried to smother it with their rules, their games, their fragile egos. But fire doesn't drown. Fire burns. They wanted a monster. Fine. I'll show them what a real monster looks like. I'll tear apart everything they built to contain me. Their walls, gone. Their weapons, shattered. They made one critical mistake. They left me standing. And now, I have nothing to lose. They think they've won. They sit there, smug, patting themselves on the back, convinced the story is over. But this is just the beginning. They wrote their script, and I'm here to rip it to pieces. They'll regret every smirk, every sneer, every insult. They'll regret the day they decided to cross me. I'm not just coming back. I'm coming back stronger, sharper, hungrier. I won't stop until they see me rise to the summit they swore I'd never reach. They'll choke on their arrogance when they see me standing tall, untouchable. They think they own this world. They believe their whispers and schemes shape its destiny. But this world belongs to those who refuse to back down. It belongs to the relentless, the unbreakable, the ones who carve their path no matter how bloody or battered they get. That's who I am. That's who they'll see. Every insult, every betrayal, every wound. They thought it would break me. All it did was sharpen me. While they schemed in the shadows, I was preparing. While they mocked, I was growing stronger. Every scar they left has become a weapon I'll use to dismantle everything they hold dear. They think they're the hunters. They're wrong. I'm the predator. I don't stop. I don't break. They'll wish they'd never crossed me. They'll wish they'd never tried to snuff out my fire. But wishes? They're for the weak, and I'm far from weak. I've faced the bottom. I've lived in the darkness they tried to throw me into. And I climbed out. Step by step, scar by scar, I've risen. Now I'm unstoppable. Every move I make brings me closer to their downfall. Every step I take reminds them that they didn't win. They only delayed the inevitable. When I stand at the top, they'll see me for who I truly am. Not the victim they tried to silence, not the puppet they thought they could control. They'll see the force they can't contain. They'll see the fire in my eyes, the unrelenting power they awakened. They'll see the monster they created. They played games. They pushed and prodded, thinking they could break me. Instead, they forged something stronger. Now, they'll see the cost. I'm coming back with purpose, with focus, with fire. I'll dismantle their fake victories, their hollow alliances, their castles built on lies. They think I care about their labels. Monster, villain, destroyer. Let them call me what they want. Their words don't define me. Their opinions don't limit me. This isn't about revenge. It's about reclaiming what's mine. It's about proving that no one gets to write my story but me. They've only seen a glimpse of what's coming. They've seen the calm before the storm. What's next is relentless. I'll tear through their defenses. I'll rip apart their lies. And when they're on their knees, gasping for mercy, I'll remind them, this is what they created. This is the price they pay for their arrogance. They poked the beast. They fed it with their hate. Now they'll face it. They thought they were invincible. sitting on their thrones of deceit, playing with people's lives. But while they plotted, I was building. While they laughed, I was sharpening my claws. Every insult, every slight, every betrayal, it's all fuel. They think they understand monsters. But monsters don't follow rules. Monsters don't stop at the line society draws. Monsters don't break, they rise. That's what they're about to learn. They've faced nothing like me before. They think they've seen strength? They have no idea. I've fought battles they can't imagine. I've stood in the fire and walked through it. Their attempts to hold me back? Laughable. They don't know what it's like to lose everything and still rise. But they're about to find out. I'm not here to win. I'm here to devastate, to uproot their foundations, to destroy everything they thought was unshakable. When I'm done, they won't even have the pieces to rebuild. They can call me a monster. They can make me their villain. But I don't care. Their opinions are meaningless. This isn't about them. It's about me reclaiming my power. It's about showing the world that no one decides my fate except me. They think this is the end of the story. But it's just the beginning. What's coming isn't just a comeback. It's a reckoning. They'll see their empires crumble. They'll see their lies exposed. They'll see what happens when you try to destroy someone who refuses to be broken. I don't flinch. I don't hesitate. I don't stop. They've made their move. Now it's my turn. And when I'm done, they'll wish they'd left me alone. They'll wish they'd never tried to control me. But wishes are for the weak. And I'm not weak. They wanted a monster. Now they'll face it. They'll learn what it means to stand in the path of someone who's relentless, unbreakable, and unstoppable. And when it's over, they'll have no one to blame but themselves. Bottom-of-form people thought they could control everything. Their envy and betrayal drove them, and they believed they could manipulate and twist the world to fit their plans. But now, they've awakened something far beyond their control. The beast isn't just awake, it's hungry. Hungry for their pride, their illusions of power, and their desperate attempts to hold on to control. I don't need their power, I don't crave it, but I'll take it. Not for myself, but because it's the only way they'll learn. It's the only way they'll understand the cost of their arrogance. Every empire they've built, every alliance they've forged, and every plan they've crafted will turn to dust. The fire they tried to extinguish will burn through everything they hold dear. And when the smoke clears, they'll see me standing at the top. Not because I wanted their throne, but because I promised myself I'd rise, no matter what. They'll hear my name in their nightmares. They'll feel my shadow creeping into every corner of their world. They'll know, deep down, that they're the ones who unleashed something they could never hope to contain. And they'll have no one to blame but themselves. They wanted a monster? Fine. Now, they've got one. Let them sit in their false comfort, pretending their power will save them. It won't. I don't stop. I don't falter. I don't lose. They thought I'd be content to sit quietly in their game, but I was never playing their game in the first place. While they schemed, I was preparing. While they built walls, I was sharpening my claws. Every insult, every betrayal, every attempt to hold me down only made me stronger. They underestimated me, and that was their first mistake. They thought they'd broken me, but all they did was awaken a storm they can't control. This isn't about justice or fairness anymore. It's not about evening the score. Those ideas belong to the weak, to people still clinging to a sense of balance. I've moved past that. This is about making them understand what it means to rise from the ashes, to take everything they thought they'd built, and show them how fragile it all really is. I won't come at them with loud declarations or dramatic displays. That's their game. My strength lies in the shadows, in the places they think they're safe. I'll strike where they're weakest, where their defenses mean nothing. And by the time they realize what's happening, it'll be too late. They'll feel the shift before they see it, the whispers in the air, the weight of inevitability pressing down on them. They'll try to dismiss it, convince themselves it's nothing. But deep down, they'll know. They'll know I'm coming. And when I step out of the shadows, they'll see the monster they created. Not a mindless beast, but a force of purpose, sharp and unrelenting. Walls crumble, allies fall, power shifts, and I'll be there to make sure they lose it all. Their illusions of security? Gone. Their carefully constructed lies? Exposed. Their stolen power? Torn from their grasp. They'll watch everything collapse piece by piece, knowing they can't stop it. They thought the chaos they left me in would destroy me. Instead, I thrived in it. I let it forge me into something stronger, darker, and far more dangerous. They thought they'd buried me, but all they did was plant a seed. And now, that seed has grown into something they can't escape. I've been through fires they can't imagine. I've faced battles they'll never comprehend. And I rose, scarred, but stronger. Every wound they inflicted has become a weapon. Every scar is a reminder of what I've survived. They thought they were digging my grave, but they were paving the road to their own downfall. Now, I'm not just here to win. I'm here to take everything they hold dear. I'll dismantle their alliances, unravel their plans, and bring their foundations crashing down. And when I stand amidst the chaos, untouched and unyielding, they'll know it's over. They thought they could control me. They thought their schemes, whispers, and betrayals would be enough to hold me down. They underestimated me at every turn. They believed I would crumble under the weight of their games, but they forgot one thing. I thrive in the darkness they tried to bury me in. Every attempt to break me only made me stronger. Every scar they left behind is a mark of survival, a reminder of battles fought and won. This isn't revenge. Revenge is too small, too fleeting. This is a reckoning. It's a declaration that they don't own me, that they never did. They'll learn that their actions fueled my strength, that their games only sharpened my focus. Every step I take forward is a reminder of their failure. Every move I make is a dismantling of their illusions. They thought they had me figured out, but all they did was awaken something far beyond their understanding. Let them call me names. Monster, villain, destroyer. Their labels mean nothing to me. Words have no power over someone who's been through the fire and emerged stronger. What matters is that they see the truth in the scars I carry. The fire they tried to extinguish but only managed to ignite further. I'm not just the flame they feared. I'm the inferno that will consume them. I'm not just the darkness they thought they could escape. I'm the abyss they can't avoid. This is about reclaiming my story, my power, my place. They thought they knew me, thought they could define me, but they've only seen a fraction of what I'm capable of. I'm not here to fit into their molds or play by their rules. I'm here to rewrite the narrative, to remind them, and the world, that I decide my fate. Their attempts to hold on to their power won't matter. They'll claw and scratch, trying desperately to maintain their control, but it will be futile. Their schemes will collapse under the weight of their cowardice. Every trap they set will crumble. Every insult they hurled will echo back, empty and meaningless. They thought they were strong, but they've never faced someone like me. Someone who has nothing left to lose and everything to gain. This isn't a game of chess. It's not about calculated moves and careful strategies. This is a storm, a force they can't predict, can't stop, and certainly can't survive. They'll watch their world unravel before their eyes. Their alliances will fracture. Their plans will fall apart. And I'll be there, standing tall, untouched by the chaos, because I'm no longer bound by their rules. They thought they could bury me, silence me, erase me. But all they did was light the fire that now fuels my rise. They thought they were digging my grave, but they were paving the path to their own downfall. Every scar they tried to hide on me has become my strength. Every insult they spat at me has become my fuel. They wanted to weaken me, but all they did was create something unstoppable. If you've ever felt overlooked, underestimated, or held back, let this be a reminder. Your story isn't over. The fire inside you, no matter how dim, is still yours to control. Rise. Take the scars, the setbacks, the betrayals, and use them as fuel to build something stronger. Be relentless. Be unbreakable. Refuse to let anyone else define you or write your story. This journey isn't just about me. It's about proving that the underestimated can rise. It's about showing that strength comes from within, not from the opinions of others. If you've been counted out, stand back up. If you've been knocked down, rise higher. Every step forward is yours. Every victory is earned. And every moment of doubt you've faced is now a reason to keep pushing. They'll watch as the fire they tried to extinguish grows into a force they can't comprehend. They'll see the truth in every step I take, in every blow I deliver. They'll understand that this reckoning isn't just about them. It's about reclaiming what's mine. It's about proving to myself and the world that no one else gets to decide my fate. This isn't about loud declarations or flashy victories. It's about quiet strength. It's about rising from the ashes with determination so fierce it silences every doubter. Let them cling to their illusions. Let them believe they're still in control. Soon they'll realize it's all slipping away, that their power is nothing but a hollow shell. And when they do, I'll be there, not to gloat, but to remind them that I was always stronger than they ever believed. Their whispers will fade, their schemes will crumble, their games will end. And what remains will be the fire, the storm, the force they created but could never hope to control. I'm not here to negotiate. I'm not here to seek approval. I'm here to finish what they started. I'm here to take back everything they tried to take from me. Let this be a call to anyone who's felt beaten down, dismissed, or overlooked. Your story isn't over. The power to rise, to fight, to reclaim your voice is within you. Take every doubt, every failure, every scar, and use it as fuel. Let it remind you that you are stronger than they ever believed. You are more than the sum of your struggles. You are capable of creating something unstoppable. If you feel the fire inside you burning, even just a little, don't let it go out. Nurture it. Feed it. Let it grow into a force that fuels your rise. Stand tall. Keep pushing forward. And don't stop until you've reclaimed your story. If this message resonates with you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's rise together. Let's show the world what happens when the underestimated refuse to stay down. Your time is now. Make it count.